Well, hello guys, Squirrel here. I've got a short video for you. It's actually a section of a game I was playing on Wake Island. And I thought it would be useful to just make a quick video about some of the helicopter flying I do in this. Now, I start off this particular run by getting inside the gunner seat of an attack helicopter. Unfortunately, we don't last very long. However, it has the massive advantage of what you'll see me get out right now as our health gets very low, gets down to 4%, I bail and I just about stay alive. I'm down the left flank attacking the MCOM stations on Wake Island, which means I'm actually behind the MCOM right now. They don't know I'm here, so I really am behind enemy lines. So what I decided to do is let my health regenerate a little bit, wait for my squad mates to spawn back on me, and we can effectively make a rear attack on the MCOM. Unfortunately, we're not very successful in doing so. We just hassle people and take out some vehicles, kill a few guys. We don't actually get to plant the enemy. But when I die the next time, I managed to spawn back inside the helicopter, only this time I get to pilot it. And that's the subject of this video. So, I want to talk about the attack heli. I want to talk about guerrilla tactics, as I call them. I want to talk about some of the techniques I'm employing and how I managed to stay alive and help to turn the tide of this battle so that we can get these MCOMs planted. Now, the helicopter, like the tank and infantry fighting vehicle, is what you call a force multiplier. In other words, it multiplies the effective attacking force of your team. For that reason, if you get inside one of those vehicles, it's very important that you stay alive for as long as you can, and you do as much damage as you can. If you lose your vehicle to the other team, then what you've done is lost an important tool for your team and given the enemy an extra tool on top of what they already have. And that is just about the worst thing you can do. The best thing you can do is keep your vehicle healthy, to not put yourself in vulnerable positions, to help your team as best you can, and don't do anything stupid. Now, I got inside this Viper and I could have flown right down the middle of Wake Island there, but I figure that's always the worst thing to do. If there's going to be CITVs or SOFLAMs, they're going to be pointing down the middle. Better to come down this right-hand side. Now, Wake Island just happens to be quite elevated up from the sea, so it means that any infantry or any vehicles on the landmass quite often are out of line of sight if you're flying down at sea level, and you can use that to your advantage. You're going to see me in this video literally employing a guerrilla tactic. So what I do is I make an attack run and then I hop down to sea level, get behind the landmass and break line of sight. Whilst I'm back up and making an attack run, I always ensure that my flares, which are my countermeasure, you might have ECM or you might have flares. I've got flares, and you can see the top left there, the IR flares are in a wait state. I do not make an attack run while they're in a wait state. I wait for it to become ready, and then I'll come in. So there you go, it's come back. It means when I make an attack run, as soon as they start locking, I know that I can drop flares, and I've got enough time to get back down out of line of sight. There is a gunner in my helicopter, but unfortunately we're not communicating with each other. If we were communicating with each other, I could make longer attack runs and we could coordinate our flaring. Unfortunately, that's not the case, so I do not rely on him flaring. I later find out he has got flares, but I only rely on my own flares, and I use the landmass to break line of sight, which is effectively like dropping flares in a way. In other words, it breaks a lock on you. And they're the techniques I use. Now, you'll see me pop up, make an attack run, drop out of line of sight. That's the guerrilla tactic I was talking about. Right now, I'm hovering, I'm letting my health on my helicopter come back. I took a bit of damage, so I want to be healthy when I make an attack run. Also, I'm keeping my eye on the mini-map, I'm keeping my eye on the enemy, I'm spotting as I'm flying around. and I'm deciding with each run what I want to do next. If my team manages to arm the MCOM, then I'm going to pop up and I'm going to start rocketing around the MCOM station. Otherwise, I'm going to take out what infantry I can see. As you know, the gunner is equipped with a very powerful gun to take out infantry. I'm equipped with rocket pods to take out vehicles. However, when you've been infantry and a helicopter started rocketing, I'm pretty sure you know what it's like. Its concussive effect is huge, the buildings start collapsing around you, stuff starts blowing up, and it stops you from shooting the other team. So when I'm hassling them with rockets, even when I'm not killing them, I'm stopping them from establishing position, I'm blowing up enemy equipment. If they're sort of aiming down the gun scopes at my team, I'm sort of stopping them from doing that. I'm basically giving them a lot of hassle, even if I don't kill them. It's very important to make these attack runs. It's helping my team to get in position to arm that MCOM. I also keep an eye out on my ticket count. Now we've got 40 tickets left at the moment. That means I can be a little bit conservative. I don't need to go hell for leather. You saw me there take out a SOFLAM. When I came in for that attack run, I noticed the laser pointing at me. Now the SOFLAM, the laser designation, is your #1 enemy. You will know if you're being locked on by that, because the lock symbol will flash in red and not yellow. If it flashes in red, you're being laser designated. Quite easy to remember because the laser's obviously red. But if it's flashing yellow, then it means a Stinger or an Igla. And that's something you can flare. You can't flare a laser designation. So I saw the SOFLAM, take it out straight away. You do not want to be laser designated. There you go. My flares were in a wait state. I couldn't drop my flares, so I literally dropped down, broke line of sight, and that took the lock off me. It's important to understand the strength and weakness of any vehicle you're in. This helicopter, the Viper, is highly manoeuvrable. It is a bit of a glass cannon. It doesn't take much to take this thing out. So if you start getting locks on you, it's not going to take much to take you down. Your best defense is to not be locked in the first place. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Now, if I was in the Havoc, I would not be as manoeuvrable as this, and my flying pattern would be a lot different. But I'm not in the Havoc, I'm in the Viper, and I can be very aggressive and very manoeuvrable. So I'm literally popping up, attack, hide away. Very important to break line of sight, very important to watch your flares, and also to watch your mini-map, watch where everybody is. You can see here, I'm scouting the area, I'm attacking around the MCOM station, I can see my infantry moving in now. I know we've only got 27 tickets left, we're getting quite low, so I'm getting quite aggressive, quite pushy. I'm risking it now. I know I can break this particular one. I should go into hiding right now, but I don't want to because we've nearly got the MCOM, it's worth the risk. And right there you can see Battlefield 3. It goes a bit screwy and the graphics screw up. Anyway, so the important thing, summary of that is, talk to your gunny if you can. Make sure you've got flares before you go for an attack run. Use buildings or landmass, anything you can to break line of sight. Take out laser designators first, be it SOFLAM or CITV tanks. Always look at your ticket count when you're on rush and only risk it if it's worth it. Otherwise, stay healthy, do not lose your vehicle, cause maximum damage, get the girl, win the game, go home happy, and eat cake. That's all from me, guys. Take care. See you soon.